Hey guys, I'm back with another video, and this one's about college applications, college reactions, and my final college decision. So, I applied to 10 schools. Brown, Dartmouth, Duke, Harvard, Howard, Stanford, Tulane, UChicago, University of Michigan, and Vanderbilt University. I applied to 2 schools early action, and the rest of them all regular decision. So the 2 schools I applied to early action to were the University of Michigan and Harvard University. I really wanted to get into those schools, and that's why I decided early action. Harvard early action kind of screwed me over because it's REA, and that means it's restrictive, so you only can apply to 1 school early action. But I got over it, and I figured it out. But I ended up getting deferred from both of those schools. I don't have reactions for that. I thought I did, but I didn't. But the other schools I applied to regular decision, I applied for them all in that first week of winter break because I'm stupid and I procrastinated. So don't do that. So my first college decision was Tulane, and I got accepted. That was my first college acceptance, and I got it after all my friends had already been accepted into schools, and it really stressed me out, but you know what? It worked out in the end. My second college decision was University of Chicago, and here's the reaction to that.
Do it, no.
It's gonna take me a minute, but sorry, this is gonna be a long video.
She got an acceptance letter.
No, I did not.
So why are we jinxing things?
Wow! Are you gonna open it?
I'm trying.
Are you confused?
Y'all, this is not.
You haven't opened it?
No, I have to log in. I don't want to do it now.
Do it!
Yo, I feel bad because I was supposed to do it with my parents.
No, do it. I'm taking a video.
You're peer pressuring
You
me.
think? Yeah, I know. Just pretend next time. Yeah,
I didn't get in.
What?
Yeah.
Sorry. What did they say?
I'm on the waiting list.
That's good.
That's not bad.
Get in. That's fine.
Bro, I hate waiting. Alright, we're done. Then, over spring break, which was the last week of March for me, was the week that all of my college decisions were supposed to come out. So the first one that came out was Vanderbilt University, and here's my reaction to that.
We love you.
Love you. You work hard.
Today is Wednesday, March 27th. Today is Wednesday, March 27th, 2019, 5:30 p.m. Zion Faith Philpotts, the Zion Faith Philpotts is opening up.
I got in.
Oh my God!
Yes!
Are you? How do you know?
No.
That's how I know.
Wait, how do you know?
Turn around.
Turn it to me.
Zion.
Turn it to
Congratulations!
me. Turn it to me. How do you know?
It says congratulations.
Oh,
Turn it,
congratulations.
baby.
Oh, wait a minute. Ah! Oh, my
My
God.
God.
Okay, Zion, I'm done.
Congratulations,
How do I turn this
baby.
off? You didn't even turn it on, Mom. I did. How do you know?
Congratulations,
The
baby.
red button has to be like
No,
that.
it was going.
Then you must have stopped it.
Congratulations.
Zion, get up! 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 Get up!
Get up! Get up!
Yee brothers, I got accepted. I can't even explain how happy that day made me. I can't forget it now. Like, it was probably the best day of my life. My friend had been talking about when she got accepted and everything she saw, and I had just been waiting for it to happen to me and like waiting for me to get that same fantastic experience. And then the next decisions I have were from Ivy Day, and I can insert them now. My Ivy Day decisions were Duke, Brown, Dartmouth, and Harvard. I know Duke is not an Ivy, but they released on that day too. And I can show them now.
We're going into
Okay,
Harvard.
so I'm opening Harvard's first. Okay, there is a status update. New updates to your application were posted March 28th, 2019. View update. The Committee on Admissions has completed its meetings. I am very sorry to inform you that we cannot offer you admissions to the class of 2023. I wish that a different decision had been possible. Okay, yeah. Okay, now we're doing Brown.
Why brown? Because of Ivy League?
Well, because
okay.
next is Michigan.
Okay,
but
alright. Doing brown, brown,
Okay,
brown,
now we're
boogie
doing
down brown. I'm feeling good. Got my sweatshirt wrapped around me.
Okay, thank you for applying to Brown University. Applicants may review decision beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern, March 28th, 2019. Status updates. New updates to your application were posted March 28th, 2019. Your admissions decision. The Board of Admission has completed its review of your application and has voted to place your name on our wait list. If you wish further consideration of any of your application during our waitlist deliberations, please respond. Okay. Next one is Dartmouth.
You want to do Duke first?
I do want to do Duke first.
Okay.
Or this is Duke. Okay, regular decision applicants, 7 p.m. Eastern, March 28th. Okay, there's a new updates to your application posted March 28th, 2018. View update. After a careful review of the application, the admissions committee of Duke University has placed you on our waiting list for this fall. Okay, and then now Dartmouth.
Okay.
All right. Dartmouth.
Okay, here's Dartmouth.
New set updates to your application and the wait list. So it's only declined by Harvard, waitlisted by
Brown, Dartmouth,
and
Duke.
Yeah. So I got waitlisted out of 3 of those 4, and I got rejected from 1. The next day was my decision from Stanford, and it was also supposed to be my decision from Michigan. So I have that reaction.
Let's do this.
Okay.
The tree.
New status updates to your application were posted March 29th, 2019. I'm very sorry to let you know we were unable to offer you admission to Stanford. Yeah.
We were inspired by the hopes and dreams your application represents. We were humbled by the talent.
This is blah, 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 blah. I
Blah,
don't
blah,
care.
blah.
They showed an article. That's pretty impressive. We enjoyed learning about you. Wow. They have a really great letter, though. Don't they, Zion?
Blah,
That's
blah,
okay.
blah.
So I was only rejected from 2 schools outright.
Harvard or Stanford. That's not a bad name.
All right.
Well, I was rejected from Stanford, which is to be expected. Oh, and I know I was, but I never said I was rejected from Harvard. Those 2 were to be expected. I'm not, like, crying or anything over those because they're just a little hard to get into or whatever. So I got rejected from those 2, and I got waitlisted from Duke, Brown, and Dartmouth. Michigan was also supposed to come out that day. In that school. Okay. They once again did not release my decision. I wasn't deferred, I wasn't waitlisted, I was deferred from the early action pool into the regular, and I was still waiting for my decision from the regular pool. And then my next decision was Howard. I was sitting on the couch with my sister, and I looked at my phone, and I was like, oh my god, I got into Howard. And my sister was like, what? And my mom was like, what? And I was like, Mom, I just got into Howard. She was like, oh my god. And so we were geeking about that one after all of those 2. So my Howard decision was fantastic. And then at that point, I had been into Brown. And false. I had gotten into Tulane and into Howard and into Vanderbilt. I was waitlisted from Brown, Dartmouth, and Duke, and rejected from Harvard and Stanford. I had 1 decision left, and that was Michigan. That school played games with me. My decision was supposed to be released. Actually, there was no supposed to be released. No. It said early April, and I, in my head, thought April 1st, but my dumb doo-doo self. But they came out April 3rd. After all my friends had already gotten their acceptance rejection or waitlist. And I sat there stressing. But I also don't have a reaction to that one because I checked that portal so many times. Like, it would be morning before I went to school, during lunch in school, after school, after I got home from track after school. It was check, that I just stopped recording because it was just taking so much space. And then April 3rd came in. I'm pretty sure that was the day. I'm not 100%. It was the Wednesday after spring break. But that day came. It was the morning, right before I got into school, and I got in a fight with my mom, and she made me check my portal, but I don't have a recording of this specific one. But I got accepted to the University of Michigan. Yee. That's fantastic. And so at this point, I was deciding with my decision, I wasn't going to go with any of the schools I was waitlisted from because I was happy with the ones I was accepted to. So I was like, I'm not stressing myself over the wait list. They were not where I wanted to go that bad. But I was deciding between Michigan, Vanderbilt, Tulane, and Howard. So during that time, I had to decide how I was going to visit these schools. So I was like, okay, in this month of between April 1st and May 1st, I have to visit these 4 schools. Well, really these 3 schools, because I'd already visited Tulane twice in this 1 year. So I was like, okay. So first, we checked what days were available for Michigan, and they were filling up. So the last day that they were available, that was open, was April 12th. And then it just so happened that Vanderbilt, they also had filled up, but another one of their days was April 15th. So we put ourselves on the wait list for that. So April 12th was a Friday, and then April 12th, I think I said April 12th, but April 12th is a Friday, then it was the 13th, the 14th, and the 15th would be Vanderbilt for Monday. And so that weekend was supposed to be great. I got 2 knocked out in 1. Howard already had 1 assigned date, and it was April 19th, and that was okay. But so that Michigan and Vanderbilt one was going to be a doozy, and we had to do that one. So I also really wanted to try out for the Michigan cheer team, and I wanted to try out for Vanderbilt, but you had to be an enrolled student, so you couldn't do it unless you fully enrolled. So I couldn't do that one yet. But the Michigan cheer one, I emailed the coach, I got all my forms, and I got in everything I needed to do, and it just so happened that the evaluation day was the day after my campus preview day for Michigan. So we drove up Thursday night to Michigan for the campus day we drove up Thursday night for Michigan on that Thursday. And we stayed the night for that Friday, the campus preview day. And in that Thursday and Friday and before Saturday, it was a great preview day too. And I loved it. And I was like, oh my God, this is also a reason why I want to go to the school. But I was memorizing all my cheer stuff because I was like, I've never cheered before. Cheering has been my dream. I don't know what I'm going to do. I've always wanted, that sentence. I was a gymnast my whole life, but I always wanted to be a cheerleader. So Michigan was a dream of mine to be a cheerleader there. And so that Saturday, I tried out for that cheer team. I went in. I did my very best. I pulled all the strings that I could. I was like, oh my God, I need to do that. And then they told me they would let me know the following week, which I was like, okay, it's pushing it close, but you know what, Zion, you'll end up making your decisions at some point. But then we drove home that Saturday after my cheer tryout, and then we stayed at home. And that Sunday, we were supposed to drive down to Nashville, Tennessee for Vanderbilt. But the entire road, the entire way down, it was snowing in Chicago, raining throughout this whole travel, Kentucky, Tennessee, throughout Illinois, all of that. It was raining, snowing, hailing, all of the nastiness. And then tornadoes. That fantastic thing you see in the sky. There were tornadoes. So my parents were like, no, we're not going. We're not risking our safety to visit your school. And I was salty, but I was like, all right, what am I going to do about it? So I had already visited campuses before, so I knew I've seen it, but it had been a while, and I wanted to see other admitted students there as well. So I didn't end up getting to go to Vanderbilt. And so then so then I waited. I was still waiting on making my decision on where I wanted to go to school. But right now it was basically 50-50 between Michigan and Vanderbilt. I wasn't really deciding between Howard and Tulane. While fantastic schools, and I'm really grateful for the acceptance, they were not where I wanted to go. But the Sunday after my cheer tryouts, let me see. It's April 30th now, but it was the Sunday. Okay. So the video stopped recording, and it was where I was talking about cheer. I think I was talking about, whatever I said was, I'm going to say this. That Sunday was April 21st, and April 27th, no, that Sunday, April 21st, I got the best email. Oh, wow, that would have been confusing if I didn't refix my sentence. I got into University of Michigan. I got into Michigan cheer. Yeah. All right. So, I'm cool or whatever. Because, I'm, geeked about that. I ran downstairs and told my entire family when I made that team. I was beyond belief excited. That made me the happiest girl ever. My dad was happy. He jumped off the couch. He's screaming the fight song. He's like, da, 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 da. And he just, oh my God, he was geeked. And my mom was pretty excited too. My little sister, she's, off the wall. She's like, yes. Yeah, She was so excited. My older sister was so excited. Everyone was so excited. And then I had to make a decision. By April 27th was that Saturday before the deadline, which is tomorrow, actually. I don't know if I said that already, but it's tomorrow, May 1st. Today's April 30th. And last Saturday, April 27th, I made my decision of where I'm going to school. And that is... I look insane. But... University of Michigan. I made the best choice. I will be going to the school that I love. A school that I'm so excited to go to. Can't even talk about how excited I am. Like, I'm so happy. I haven't told any of my friends except, like, 2. One figured it out. One I accidentally told and one I deliberately told. My little sister kind of knows. She knows, but, like, she's, like, not 100% sure, but, like, she knows. But that is where I'll be attending college. Yee. I'm, like, so excited to be saying this. I'm going to Michigan. And I hope I didn't show my computer this whole time, but I've had this LSA sticker, that's the college I got into. And I just put this on literally 40 minutes ago. Yeah! If you like this video, give it a thumbs up if you want to. If you liked me, you can subscribe to me if you want to. There's no pressure. But, yee brother, your girl is going to Michigan. Deuces. Oh, wait, like the TikTok. Chalking up. Dude, so exit here. Yeah. All right. You can follow me on socials. They're on there. Peace. Like, subscribe. Sounds good.